quite late today, 13 minutes late right now. Hopefully it won't happen again tomorrow. I was just caught up in some other things I was doing, but we know how we do. Back again, another daily live stream, day 68 I believe now. We're still going very, very strong, and once more we have more news to talk about with Kaspa. And with crypto as a whole, which is very good to see as always. We've got some more big news. Ultimately, Kaspa's adoption right now, it is accelerating faster and faster, which in due time will correlate to increased liquidity flooding into Kaspa, and therefore more volatility, more price momentum, and a price rise, hopefully, in the very near future. I'm assuming Q4 is going to be very, very big. Now, there is also speculation that war is imminent. Oil prices are predicted to go very, very parabolic. We'll get into that in just a moment, as always. We've got some more news to talk about as well. Fred Theo again talking about Bitcoin mining, and I spoke about it in my stream yesterday and also in a video that I made yesterday, or the day before. Was it yesterday? Yeah, the video here talking about Fred Theo ultimately just talking about the fact that Kaspa, Bitcoin mining is going to be really, really good, and it could help help fill in the void with the energy sector right now until the energy sector catches up, the power grids catch up. And I was just stating that he says Bitcoin, but truth be told, we know Bitcoin's inefficient, so he probably actually is talking about Kaspa in disguise. But you know how we do, as always. And if you enjoy these streams, again, leave a like. We do these daily, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Because Kaspa season is very, very close. Altcoin season is very, very close, and we're going to hopefully be all making a lot of money very, very soon. We can see right now Kaspa valued at 14.83 cents. It is very, very undervalued, to say the least. Yeah, currently up 0.3% on the daily time frame. It's not had a much volatility today. Truth be told, we can see it's been quite stagnant, and I'm not too surprised by this. I did state that I do believe that these two might actually end up being the bottom for Kaspa, unless again something happens that we're not prepared for, maybe World War III, God forbid. But something we're not prepared for, we can see it come lower. Otherwise, then this will be the bottom for Kaspa. We'll probably see it come up where it is right now, between 15 cents, if around the 50 cent region, just consolidate around here until the next leg up, till Bitcoin makes the next push up towards 67k, 70k, and we'll go up there more and more, hopefully. And capital adoption is going to continue growing, which is going to be very, very good to see. The hash rate, we can see, for example, the hash rate has been growing more and more. Yesterday, the all-time high was at 1.2. We're now seeing a peak of 1.21. I know it's only an extra 1, so an extra 10 pH. Yes, maths is correct, 10 pH, but ultimately, we're just seeing it grow more and more. We can see it came from last week when it was, sitting on average around 1.10. It's now sitting on average probably about 1.15. So that's very good to see. And of course, then you look at the monthly and what's done in the month, gradually been rising, and then on the yearly as well. And I spoke about this again in my stream yesterday. Ultimately, the reason why I think that Kaspa hash rate being increasing so much more is because Marathon confirmed in their interview with Forbes. Where's the interview? He confirmed in an interview with Forbes conducted recently that no, it's not that, but Fred Theo confirmed that they have been increasing the allocation of Kaspa quite a handful of times since they announced it, which they announced it in July. So therefore, Kaspa's hash rate rise is probably a result of Marathon continually buying more and more and more of it. At least that's my own prediction personally, but it could be. I mean, the fact of the matter being is, you're seeing like Ice River as well continuously introduce more miners, which is good, more home miners, people getting more and more involved. So that could also be a massive element to it as well. There's no doubt about it in my mind. All these things are very important to note, as always. Very, very important to note. You need a professional YouTube thumbnail designer, or I'm good right now, my man. Thank you for the offer. But if I do, then if you do, I mean, obviously I have on my homepage there's go to more links, and you can go for the email, just give me business stuff. You ask me through there. Right now I'm good, but thank you very much for the offer at least. As the channel grows more and more, I might end up needing something help, but as it stands right now, I'm able to keep everything under wraps. But again, thank you for the offer, my man. Kate Imson, Kaspa Army remains strong. You know it. It's going stronger and stronger every single day. Kaspa Fog, good evening, my man. Good evening to you. I'm doing well. Sunday's been very, very good for me. I just won my football game, and I'm definitely on the up right now. I think everything will rally after Trump gets elected, in my opinion. Yes, I do tend to agree. I think the Trump election. Well, I think the presidential election, should Trump win again, if Kamala Harris wins, I think we'll see Not much movement, to be fair, if I'm honest. I think we'll see a little bit, not too much. Because Kamala Harris does state she's pro-crypto, but in comparison to like Trump, I know in the crypto space right now, people are very much more supportive of Trump than they are of Kamala Harris. If Trump gets elected, I think we'll see crypto go a lot more parabolic, a lot quicker, personally. Leo, my man, welcome back to the stream. Kappa might rally before that if tier 1 listings can't get confirmed. I mean, yeah, we're still waiting for the Kraken listing still. Don't know when it's going to happen. They seem to be just constantly teasing us, and it's just ridiculous by this point. But that will come soon, I'm sure. Nice to have you back. Nice to have you to be back, Nasamino. When do you think the bull run will start? Statistically, it should start in December, at the latest in January. What do you think about it? I'm impatient. It's all good, my man. Good question. Well, it depends exactly what you clarify as the bull run, ultimately, because the bull run in one side of things could, technically speaking, the bull run might be starting this month. Because historically speaking, Q4 is meant to be very, very bullish. But maybe that's not. Maybe you're looking for more volatile gains when you're seeing Bitcoin picking its all-time high. In that regard, then, we tend to also see very, very volatile price movement following the election. So if Trump gets elected, especially, we could see some very, very volatile price action for all of cryptos, Bitcoin especially, and that could that could be very, very good to see. So I mean, I guess the way to put it is it depends on the catalysts that happen in the space. Crypto and Kaspa, of course. I would like to speculate it's going to be probably November, December time, especially considering that right now, central banks and governments worldwide, from each region, from MENA to Europe to US even though the US are still lagging behind because of Gary Gensler and the SEC, but they're now starting to enforce regulatory clarity, regulatory frameworks to introduce crypto. Look at this. This here is massive, by the way. And I hope America and every other region and nation follows in suit. UAE eliminates value-added tax, VAT, on all crypto and digital asset transfers. That is massive, massive news. Massive news. Because that's the biggest problem, ultimately, with what Kamala Harris was proposing, was unrealized taxing on unrealized gains. So if you put in money into Bitcoin, and it increases in value, which it should do as it's Bitcoin in the cycle, you're going to get the whole premise of unrealized gains taxing that. It disincentivizes long-term holding or investing. It more incentivizes you just to quickly flip profit. If they did that, I think meme tokens become more popular. There's no point of holding long-term if you're going to get taxed on unrealized gains. This is where I think the world... I mean, no one likes tax, let's be real. Everyone hates tax. But this, again, is very, very cool to see. So they're eliminating VAT on crypto and digital asset transfers. So, I mean, maybe let's... I think we should all go to Dubai, to be honest. Let's go to UAE. Maybe we'll actually get away from this and then actually have some, get some crypto for much easier. Loving the collaboration between some of the Chaos 20 projects. Good to see the Kaspa community helping each other out. United we succeed. Damn straight. I actually got that in this video, this stream. I'm going to show you as well. The Kaspa Goes Kaspa have collaborated to do a giveaway with Conan, I believe it is. So we'll see more of that as well. Very, very cool to see ultimately, definitely. Good morning, Toggle Delay. Bull One should start this month, if not officially starts after the election. Yeah, that's what I predict. Yeah, I mean, ultimately right now we're going to start seeing some positive momentum from here, I'm sure. And I think, but after the elections, historically speaking, that's when you start seeing quite a considerable surge, from what I've seen at least, from what I have seen. But let's get some of the news first off then, shall we? So we've got obviously this, Kas Media, the media team for Kaspa, just saying this is beautiful. Ultimately, it's just the KRI. We already know what KRI is, but this is the project they're looking into, right? Stuff with renewable energy, which is very, very cool. The Gigawatt stablecoin, ZETEX, Zero Emission Trading Exchange, the KRI Academy, which I think we actually have a video on that here. Yes, I won't be playing the video because it's a 6-minute video. I'm not going to play a 6-minute video in my stream, but I'll summarize what I've listened to it for it, which is kind of right here. We also have, the Cash Union, which is very cool. All of this stuff as well also was summarized in this post. I'm going to also read out for some of you again, some of the ones I'm more excited about, but very, very cool nonetheless. The KMIF, the Mobility Infrastructure Framework, the Parametric Insurance Platform, the Olive Chain, Airspace 3D, Asset Mint, Warp Core, Ultimate, you name it. These are just like, this is a 10, 11 odd projects maybe that we have confirmed with Kaspa and the KRI. And one thing I want to reiterate once again, this is why I'm saying that the adoption for Kaspa is accelerating and it's going to go parabolic very, very soon, because you want to keep in mind as well that this is institutions we're dealing with right here. It's institutions we're dealing with, and with institutions, what they will do, like, just because it inevitably is, they're going to end up keeping some of their cards close to their chest, right? There'll be some NDAs, non-disclosure, they won't be able to discuss. So what we're hearing now are these big projects that we're going to be able to hear about and know about, which is very, very cool. But we won't know some of the other projects we might have in the pipeline as well. It might be even more important. So when you're seeing this stuff and you think, oh, this is really, really cool, also then think, okay, this is really, you look into this, you research, you're like, okay, this is really, really cool. We'll look through it just now. And then, then you think a little bit deeper, you realise, oh wow, this is really cool, but there's going to be more stuff that we don't even know about, because that's how the industry works. There are certain things in all institutions that they work. I mean, think about the partnerships that institutions have. There's no doubt that Kaspa has some institutional partnerships already. From the Kas Media team, from the KRI. About a month or two back now, I will be able to find the post to prove it to you, but it's in my timeline and it's a very long way back, so I apologise. But basically, Panda here and the media team for KRI, she disclosed that Kaspa due to the partnership, due to the common chairman and common board members of the KRI and DII, Kaspa will have some institutional partnerships coming very, very soon. And they said, in a few weeks. The word used, in a few weeks. It's been months since then. So I speculate, and I think it's logical speculation, that they have the partnerships now, but they're under NDAs. They've not publicly disclosed them. You've seen the videos, I'm sure, on YouTube, people saying, oh yeah, Kaspa partnered with Shell. What could Shell do for Kaspa, sort of thing? But we've seen the DII and their partnerships are insane. From DHL to Shell to Hyundai to IBM, I think, as well. And massive institutions. And Kaspa is going to be having partnerships with institutions, but also going to help with the adoption going more and more as well. So this is some of the projects here. For those who are unaware, some of the projects that the KRI are working with Kaspa. So the ones that I'm most excited for, of course, is Warp Core. Warp Core is a system that connects Kaspa's decentralized technology with trade-fire systems, enabling faster, more secure cross-border payments. Something that Ripple and XRP are trying to do, that institutions want, because fiat's not working, the dollar's, inflation's gone crazy, system's collapsing, and cross-border payments with the SWIFT system right now is liable to fail, and it's slow. It takes days. With crypto, with blockchain, especially with Kaspa Block DAG, it'd be much, much quicker. Much, much quicker. You have ISO 2922, which is, the global standard for messaging, and the ISO 24165. And Warp Core is going to be very, very big. That's one of the ones I'm most excited about. The Gigawatt stablecoin as well. A stablecoin designed for the energy sector, backed by real-world assets. Renewable energy credits, carbon offsets, green bonds, physical insurance, physical energy infrastructure, basket of selected fiat assets. Another people have their own opinions on stablecoins, which I think are founded. No one really like that. I understand it, but you've got to understand at the same time as well that stablecoins make up 90%, I think, of transactions on crypto platforms, crypto exchanges. 90%, if not more than that. They are very, very important. So these could equally be very, very important. This Gigawatt stablecoin could be very, very big. And then just think about what happens when Kaspa gets smart contracts. Roy O'Neill, as I also showcased in my video here, a clip with Roy O'Neill confirming that the KRI could also help, accelerate, if you will, the development and production and getting smart contracts, the right smart contracts on the with Kaspa. So smart contracts might actually come to Kaspa sooner than we think, which is also very, very cool. And then have some other big projects here. The KRI Academy, which I'm also going to get into in here a little bit. It provides project funding from 25,000 euros to 20 million euros. Cash Union as well. All the other ones are very cool. Olive Chain, 3D Space, but that's the one I really, really like. The one that I'm probably arguably the most excited about is Asset Mint. Because Asset Mint is an institutional grade platform on Kaspa designed to tokenize high value assets. Real estate, private equity, commodities, so gold and stuff. That is huge. That is huge news. And they got to keep in mind, again, these things won't happen, overnight. These things will take years probably to come into fruition. As Kaspa's still developing their technology. It's still not 10 BPS out yet. Still no DAG yet. Still no smart contracts yet. These things will come. And with it, these projects will come, even more sound, more solid, and also probably start being pushed out and implemented. But that's currently, those are the three most exciting items for the KRI, and we can see, regarding to the KRI Academy, it's a launchpad to transform innovative ideas into real-world solutions. So if you're a startup development team seeking seed funding and mentorship, or an enterprise exploring Kaspa block DAG integration, the KRI basically has you covered. Again, as we saw, the KRI is talking about, providing funding. They have you covered. They explore the KRC 20T, which T stands for Trusted standard, where every project is certified and thoroughly vetted with technical audits, compliance checks, and background reviews to maintain transparency and trust. The KRI, as Rory O'Neill confirmed, is going to be something that it grounds Kaspa. They're going to help. The KRI's role, and let's see if I can find this video. I'm not going to play the video out, but it's just because it was in the post, what it stated in the post from Rory O'Neill, that the KRI's role isn't to, send Kaspa to the moon per se, but the KRI's mission is to drive enterprise-grade applications in finance, energy, logistics, and carbon trading, and how they're fostering collaboration with regulators and institutions to ensure responsible adoption. They are meant to be acting as a market enabler for Kaspa. That's their role. Basically, to get Kaspa out there in the eye of the public from retail, but more so also for institutions as well. As a market enabler for Kaspa to be in every single, enterprise-grade application for all these major institutions, major sectors. So Kaspa then can transform, from energy to finance to all these different sectors through proof of work mining and through their proof of work DAG system. This is why, again, I'm bullish on Kaspa. Kaspa's at 14.78 cents. Like, it's ridiculous. Kaspa has no tier 1 shares. It's ridiculous. It has no smart contract shares, which is coming. Has no 10 BPS just yet. It's very, very close. And it's sitting at number 27 on CoinMarketCap, holding above $3.5 billion market cap. Average is normally around 4, but it's come down a bit due to the whole situation in Israel and Iran right now. But it's still holding above 3.5 with no tier 1s, with very limited volume right now. I mean, still top 171 is not bad, but still, just short of 17 million is very, very low for Kaspa. Normally it averages about 40. And we've seen it peak, around 100 when KRC 20 was launched, like 3 weeks back now. That's ultimately where we are right now. That's where we are with Kaspa right now. We are very, very early. And the adoption, as we can see, is starting to accelerate. It's very, very quickly, may I add, as well. And it's not just with the KRI. The KRI is going to be very, very incredible. But did you know as well, Kaspa supply distribution is actually currently more decentralized than Bitcoin's. And that's because, Bitcoin's much bigger than Kaspa is, of course. So there are more whales in Bitcoin. But you also keep in mind as well that institutions right now, they are pushing Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure that the total supply of Bitcoin right now, 5% of that is made up of ETFs now. And that's only going to grow more and more. This is the first year of BlackRock. I mean, it's not BlackRock's not the whole ETF, ETFs are from multiple institutions, but BlackRock, of course, is the main one. But BlackRock only just started buying. Bitcoin ETF only started this year. It's been 1 year of ETF buying to make 5% of the supply already. Think about how much it's going to change in the bull cycle, how much more supply they're going to take over. And then when the whole cycle corrects back down, which will happen in the bear cycle, when everyone starts selling off, they might end up selling off as well because it's be smart in their interest, but they'll end up scooping up more of the dips, most definitely. They're going to end up making Bitcoin essentially become more and more centralized, whereas Kaspa is going to hopefully become more and more decentralized. Eventually, I'm sure these institutions will come for Kaspa as well, and that's going to suck, but we're here early enough before that. And if you have your stuff in smart cold storage or smart wallets or whatever, hard wallets, you have it have it in a cold storage, not your keys on your kip storage, you have it in that, then they can't come for you. If you have it on an exchange, they could always there's always the liability that you can just take it off the exchange. If the exchange collapses, you lose your crypto. Think about what happened with FTX, of course. That's why since then, that's why the likes of Tangent and OneKey and Ledger become a lot more popular, because no one wants to have a repeat of what happened then. Think about all the situation when KRC 20 first came out. When it came out 3 weeks ago. it came out a few weeks ago. Exchanges, for the most part, they completely halted transaction of Kaspa because they couldn't handle the volume. It was too frequent. It was too congested. They couldn't handle it. And the adoption is going to only grow more and more with the KS20 meme tokens. Look, Kaspa Ghost here, which is actually the first fully minted fair launch KS20 project. They're teaming up with the Conan, the dog, for an epic giveaway. Might seem like nothing, I get that. It's just a giveaway, but people are really eager about these meme tokens, and I get why. Meme token right now, I think meme token season is still very much here. I've been hearing more and more about it. That's why I started doing research into it, despite my opinions on meme tokens. I'm sure you all know this by now. But why would I be arrogant about it? Why would I be blinded by that fact? Much I'm not a big meme token lover, I understand the value behind them. And instead of me just dismissing it, I might as well research into them to try and understand it. It's another avenue in crypto. Ultimately, my goal in crypto is to make as much money from Kaspa. Of course, I love Kaspa, but it was make as much money from crypto. I found Kaspa early. I'm like, okay, what's one I'm going to make money in, hopefully. But there are other parts to make money in crypto. Again, that's why I created a free to join Discord server. Link on screen, link in the description, also link in chat. Where in this server, obviously it's pretty much all Kaspa people. Of course it is. But we talk about more than just Kaspa. We also talk about market sentiments. Trying to understand where the market might go to hopefully make better, entry levels to buy in. Like here, for example, some of us I bought all-time high here. But then, you had the whole, Fed didn't cut rates, Japan yen rose against the dollar, and Warren Buffett sold 50% of his supply. When that happened, I said to people, I suspect we're going to see it come down. And it did come down. And it crashed. I didn't think it crashed necessarily, but it crashed. We spoke about it, and I bought some here. Some others in my community bought it down at the very, very bottom, lucky buggers. And then I bought it again here at 15. And then I bought down these dips. All these dips here. I've been able to buy all these dips down here because that's where I've been talking to people about what's going to happen. This whole thing of Israel, when it came down, people obviously were panicking and selling. I didn't panic. Why would I panic? I believe in Kaspa. I know what's going to come with it. The KRI is going to send it to the moon. In due time, of course. The adoption speeding up more and more. So all I'm doing is buying people's dips. They're selling their bags. I'm buying their bags. Thank you very much. I'll take more of that, please. That's ultimately what it is, and that's what we talk about in the server. Of course, is just Kaspa stuff as well. Whether it be what's happening with Kaspa, the KS20 meme tokens, crypto sentiments, like this sort of news here, what it means for crypto. And we're also trying to expand more and more. Talk about other projects from DeFi to AI to gaming to real world assets like XRP. If you decide to want to get into XRP, but I know no one really likes that stuff, and I get why. Even now, I mean, I hold it, and I will hold it continuously, but it's a frustrating asset to hold. Luckily, I'm not too involved, so I don't really care. But yeah, the SEC is definitely laughing when they keep, getting in their way. But yeah, this is where I'm at with Kaspa, and the meme tokens are going to be very, very big. Here, look, Nacho now, they're giving away an 18,000 Kas giveaway ongoing for past and future sign-ups on Pinex US and Pinex Global. And it's funny they mention that as well, because I actually currently, as it speaks right now, I have an incentive with Kaspa, with Pinex right now, because I have a Pinex. I'm working with Pinex currently right now, and any new users who sign up to Pinex today, you got until the 15th. So you got about 9 days now. If you're a new user, you sign up to Pinex US today, and you deposit at least 100 USDT, you get an extra 10. So Pinex right now are really, really going all in with Kaspa, which is good to see, especially for the American audience. Because right now, the American audience, you have Uphold, which have quite expensive fees, and you have Pinex, which their fees are one of the cheapest in the market, and they're seamless. I know, like it's a trust me bro thing, but I have people in my community who have used Pinex and said, yeah, when this dip happened here, when the whole Israel thing happened, and they bought a dip, they used Pinex, and they said it was very, very seamless. It was very good. I was like, good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad people are enjoying using Pinex, and it's another way to get hold of Kaspa. Otherwise, you don't use Pinex, you use Uphold, you use a VPN. And VPN's great and all, but it's just can be jarring. It's an inconvenience at times. But I mean, I use a VPN for some things as well. Some exchanges that I want to get a hold of, like I use a VPN for Pinex because I'm in the UK, so UK don't actually have Pinex here, which sucks. But you can see the adoption growing more and more. We are starting to see some of the strongest KS20 communities announcing partnership with centralized exchanges, Pinex and Nacho. We're seeing XTC and Kaspa Ghost, the first fully minted KS20 meme project. You saw Kaspi confirmed they have the first centralized exchange listing, and it will be the biggest one to date. It's under NDA, we don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be the big one to date. So I speculated, based on the fact that it's going to most likely be an exchange that Kaspa's already listed on, it'll most likely be, well, biggest, I'd like to assume biggest based on volume. If you look at volume right now, the biggest ones above XT being XT and XP, which is at 1 million, it would probably be what, MEXC, Gate, or KuCoin. I'm going to speculate it's probably MEXC or Gate, the one of these two. If you look at Gates the Gate and Bybit are the ones that are the biggest on CoinMarketCap. I'd be very surprised to see it be Bybit, personally. Very, very surprised. If it is, fantastic. Kaspa might go in crazy. But Bybit would be insane. I think it would be Gate or MEXC or KuCoin. But either way, we're seeing this really, really take off. Really, really take off. And you've got Somps as well, which is on L Bank, which is cool to see as well. I mean, Somps is not really doing like that well. We can look at the meme tokens right here. Nacho's coming at 50.5 mil. Caspi's just short of 10. Pepe has grown quite considerably in the past, 48 hours. That was, I think, just at 1 million yesterday, and now it's almost at 4. It's done quite insane gains. I know people currently shitting the hell out of Pepe, and shillers be shillers, right? Make sure you do your own research and trade at your own discretion, but they seem to be doing quite well. Kaspa Ghost, sitting here at 7.1 mil, still going strong. Obviously, they're partnering with Conan right now, so that's why Conan seems to be running quite a bit now, 60%. Gold is still one of the most popular ones as well. Notch has come down quite a bit. And then you've got the likes of Somps as well, which is not even on this page anymore. Wow, I think Somps has really fallen off, I can't lie, which I was a bit skeptical about, considering that 8% supply was pre-minted. Even though they've got an L-Bank listing, if you look at the chart for it, you can see, L-Bank listing was here, came up, came down, it's just been going down continuously. Now, people who hold Somps, I don't hold it, for you hold it. I hope for your sake it comes back. But apparently as well, they've been quite inactive on Twitter, which is not great to see, of course. But I mean, these things happen ultimately at the end of the day. It's not unheard of. I mean, they've been inactive for what, about a week? But they are, for all intents and purposes, they are a trusted platform. I know 80% premium is quite worrying, but if you go on to, for example, Chris Kang, who is the Casplex co-founder, and you look at who he's following, you can see right here, he is following Somps. So by that logic, it gives you enough incentive to be, gives you some form of clarity that they are to be trusted, even though they're pre-minted. But again, do your own research, decide if you want to get into it. I'm not telling you to buy into Somps. I don't hold Somps, and truth be told, I probably won't buy Somps. If I'm going to get into meme tokens, which I plan to look into some of these soon, when they get the listings, it'll probably be Nacho, probably be Kaspi, probably be Kaspa Ghost, maybe Pepe, but I'm really not that bothered by Pepe, and maybe Gold as well. But those are the three that I like, definitely: Nacho, Kaspi, and Kaspa. Hopefully Werewolfy doesn't start. Yeah, I mean, right now we're seeing this, which is one of the news I'm going to talk about as well anyways. There's a bullish bets right now on crude oil. It is surging. November, 100 calling options see the highest open interest on record. Now that is interesting, because one thing that always surges up with wars is oil prices. And we obviously got this stuff that's happening right now. Overnight, Israel bombed the French-owned Total Energies gas in Beirut. This is less than 24 hours after Macron requested the support to Israel to be stopped. Obviously we had it's still ongoing in there, and it's this sort of if it worsens, who knows? God forbid. I hope it all sorts itself out. But if it worsens, we could see the market come back down again. Now, what does that mean? Well, my heart goes out to the people who are obviously in the situation in the war zone right now. But as a crypto investor, and this is quite hard as I know, but as a crypto investor, and people are going to start selling because they're worried about it, I'll be buying the dips. There's no other way I can really say about sounding like I'm being heartless. I do really not want this stuff to happen, of course. I don't think I'm that inhuman. But this market is ruthless. Crypto trading is ruthless. You think BlackRock sold when the bombings went off? No, they bought more. I'm following the money. I'm following what BlackRock's doing. If BlackRock's not going to sell and buy the dips, I'm not going to sell and buy the dips, but do it to Kaspa, because I believe more in Kaspa. I believe Kaspa has a higher ROI, return of investment, than I do in Bitcoin. But obviously we're seeing this stuff happening more and more. but I still think we're seeing, for the most part, a lot of upside incoming as well. Again, the meme tokens are going very well. It's going to help with the adoption. KRI going to help the adoption as well. And also, Marathon confirming literally, 2-3 days ago, that they've been increasing their accumulation of Kaspa since, July, periodically, which is bullish to hear. This, of course, is very, very big, and hopefully see other nations following suit. I'd be surprised if they do, especially America. Sorry, but America right now, they're the ones that, if America just put, if Trump wins, which again, who wins, I'm not too bothered by, because I don't live in America. But for the crypto side of things, for why I wanted my bags to pump, I want Trump to win right now. Because Trump's going to be the one that I think is actually going to push forward crypto adoption. He's going to fire Gary Gensler, who has been the sole perpetrator of stifling innovation and holding crypto back. He'll introduce more laws to start pushing up regulatory framework for crypto, and we'll see these institutions, these trillion-dollar companies, BlackRock, maybe not Vanguard. I don't think Vanguard are really into it right now, but BlackRock, Jane Street. Who's the company that just got given approval from the SEC? Wells Fargo. I think it's Wells Fargo. They got given approval from the SEC already to kind of bypass SAP 121, but all big institutions will be allowed to start then custodying and getting a hold of Bitcoin and then crypto. So I'm looking forward to the election. I think the voting is actually coming to a conclusion, I think, in a few days. I'm going to find out the verdict in what month? 1 month. And that is what we're going to see most likely is leading up, especially when you go and scroll through your crypto Twitters or whatever, you're going to start seeing, stuff about Trump here, Elon Musk and Trump. This was, that was funny, I'm not going to lie. Watching this guy, this grown man, shout out to Elon, but a grown man just jumping behind Trump. There's memes about it already, and I found them very, very funny. It could be a very interesting election that could cause a lot of, volatility in the crypto market. You'll probably start seeing, speculation and FOMO and price rises leading up to the election. Election comes through, and then we'll start seeing a rocket depending on the winner. I think we'll see it come regardless, but again, if it's the Trump party, we'll probably see it more volatile. Do you think Binance is already working in the background to list Kaspa? I'm fairly sure they are. If you were to take a moment of your own time, which I have done this. I need to listen to the whole interview, truth be told, but I got what I wanted out of the interview, so I haven't listened to it anymore. But this interview here, which I'll link in the chat for those who are actually interested about it, I'm pretty sure I've listed it in my free Discord server. Again, shameless plug, but I have to do it. I have to do it. My free Discord server, we're talking about crypto all the time, Kaspa all the time, just trying to build a friendly community to kind of build our knowledge and wealth together. I'm pretty sure I put it in there, but in this live, this roundtable, at the 30 to 35 minute mark, in between that region, Wolfie, who's one of the ambassadors, one of the spokespersons, if you will, for Kaspa, he confirms that for the past 6 months or so, they have been in contact with the top 6 exchanges. So these exchanges, these tier ones, they do know of Kaspa. Kraken's testament to that. Binance is testament to that, because Binance had a futures market, a zero fees mining pool. They also held an AMA, live stream interview with Nicholas Sismill and Wolfie of the Kaspa team, where the interview was so successful that it got 20,000 more views than Binance's return to India video. So Binance definitely knows of Kaspa. Coinbase funded the research for Kaspa. OKX the benchmark Kaspa. So they do know of Kaspa definitely. Why they're not listing is purely due to the fact that Kaspa is a fair launch proof of work. It's fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation, so they haven't got money to give to the exchanges. These exchanges need to build up their own accumulation, which they're not used to doing. All these exchanges, these tier ones, for the past however long it's been now, if not forever, are now used. They're now familiar with all these major projects. You see all these projects scrolling on screen right now, all of them, they have paid their way to get onto these exchanges. They have done. Through VCs, through paying their own tokens to be listed on the exchanges, through paying money. They've paid their way to win the exchanges. Kaspa can't, because it does not have that sort of capacity, because it's a fair launch. Kaspa's the only one in history to ever breach top 20, top 25, top 30 on CoinMarketCap without a tier 1 listing. It's done testaments, done wonders, and when it gets to tier 1 listings, Kaspa's going to be one that I still think in this cycle will be a top 10 project. Has the potential to do so, truthfully. Kaspa's still breaking all-time high EH. Oh, it's at 1.2 now. It says 1. I mean, either way, it's near enough. Either way, point being, we're still seeing the hash rate breaking all-time highs time and time again, which is showcasing the hash rate is very, very important for a proof of work project because it's a sentiment to be increasing. The highest number it means there's more adoption to Kaspa, but also there's more security to Kaspa. This does mean the miners are making less money because they're having to, expand more time and effort and energy to actually be able to mine a block to then make money off it. So it's not good for the miners because the price right now of Kaspa is still not increasing. So the miners are not making profit right now. But for a proof of work project, it's still very, very good to see. So when we do see the Kaspa breakout, due to the fact that this hash rate is so high, Kaspa has been, for argument's sake, been the same for over a year now. So it's been from November. So you can see it was down at less than 100 pH. When Kaspa started taking off, it was around here. All-time highs around here. So it's less than 100 pH. And now we're seeing that 1,160 pH. And so miners were making a lot of profit here. Now they're making not profit anymore. So when the price takes off, I'm not saying we're going to see it jump stupid numbers, but Kaspa, due to the fact the hash rate is so high, the miners are going to want to go a lot higher. So the price therefore will likely appreciate and go higher than we suspect. I think there are obviously levels of resistance we're looking forward to, one that I have been talking about is the 35 cent level. The reason why there's a level at 35 cents is because Shy, who's obviously one of this focal point of Kaspa, Shy confirmed that the money he got from DAG Labs, which is the Coinbase venture arm, funded the research for Kaspa, the DAG Labs money, that he sold a little bit of it at the peak here, coincidentally as Kaspa corrected, but also he's going to be selling more at 35 cents. Now, the amount of money he actually has of Kaspa is not a lot. It's like 2 mil Kaspa. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not actually a lot, because I'm sure the people in this chat right now who actually have more Kaspa than him, at least that money that he's going to be pushing off. He's like this shark money, which obviously it's more money than I'm sure a lot of us do have. So I'm not saying it won't do anything, but you're seeing that there's almost 3,000 sharks, 200 whales. Him selling that. But the whole point being that because he's a focal point of Kaspa, him saying I'm going to sell at 35 cents. Full disclosure, I don't want to rug you guys, so I'm just telling you. If you see what I'm saying, it's because I'm telling you now because that's what I've been told to do. People could think, okay, that's a level of resistance we need to sell at them. So we'll probably see Kaspa struggle to break above this. But it depends on the sentiments coming out. Again, we could see more of this sort of stuff here. Fed Field might send Kaspa to the moon with Marathon. Talking about the fact that Bitcoin miners. This is Jason Browder, who is the SVP of Government Affairs and Social Responsibilities at Marathon. Talk about how Bitcoin miners in Texas don't just mine blocks, but they're revolutionizing Texas energy grid by acting as a dynamic power source, reducing demand during peak hours. Ultimately, just how good Bitcoin mining can be. It's next generation. And while that's true, Bitcoin mining is also not efficient. It costs a lot of money to actually mine Bitcoin. The energy bills are crazy. I showed this again in my video. The European Central Bank was just one example I showed. But there are hundreds of documents put out by institutions about the inefficiencies of Bitcoin mining and Bitcoin as a whole. So, my point being is Bitcoin mining might be revolutionary, but it's not the best source. The best right now, and that's also why Fed Thiel said they're actually expanding to Kaspa right now, is because Kaspa has interesting technology and it's more profitable to mine them than Bitcoin right now. And the KRI also confirmed that in the future, Kaspa, with what they're building with Kaspa, with the KRI projects or whatever, Kaspa will actually become more profitable. And with 10 BPS, with Dagnite, with smart contract, Kaspa mining is going to be insane. And I think if we do see Bitcoin mining become a factor to, revolutionize Texas energy, revolutionize energy grids, wherever it may be in America or across the world, I think in due time we'll see it become Kaspa instead, or Kaspa will start to take over a little bit more. But that's just again my speculation. But we've seen evidence of it time and time again that Kaspa is truly, it is truly Bitcoin 2.0 in the sense that it's trying to stick to Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision to try and push his agenda. And the fact of the matter is that Kaspa is the only proof of work right now that's adhered to Bitcoin. The white paper. Everyone stuck to it. And it's sitting at 14.8 cents. That's so undervalued. Is Israel fight back Bitcoin to 55k and up to 12k? Maybe. I'm not saying it's not possible. We'll have to wait and see though. But what I will say though, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, but what I will say is that the Bitcoin correction that might follow, should this situation in the Middle East unfold and worsen, I can be very confident that the sell-off will be majority of retailers. The one that happened here, the sell-off that happened here, followed the Israel news and the port strikes. As let me get the post up. Dr. Martin Heisberg. He posted it out. He's now posting a lot now, so it's going to take me a while to find this. He went through a whole region, which is not. I mean, he's also retweeting Kaspa. That's good to see. Again, he's showing the support of Kaspa, but he went through a whole 2-3 weeks of not posting anything, so it's easy to find this information. Now he's posting too much. He put out a post regarding the news. What day is this? 5th? No, it's, wow. Whoa. Okay, well, he's also retweeting Kaspa. I mean, we know that Dr. Martin Heisberg is very bullish on Kaspa. He's actually openly stated that Bitcoin is a Kaspa testnet, which is quite interesting, and I don't disagree. But of course I wouldn't. But he suggested that right now, also, people seem to believe it's going to be 70k before 50k. But again, a progression of war could potentially cause other directions. But if we look at, he's too active. I don't like it. If we look at this post here, So this is ETFs. So this is institutions there. Saw $243 million in exiting liquidity amid Middle East tensions. So about $250 million then, just under that, right? And on the same day, over $223 million have been wiped out from the crypto market in the last 24 hours. Now that's not just Bitcoin, it's the crypto market in general, but still, let's say for argument's sake, let's say it's Bitcoin. Point being, over $500 million. So therefore, you can see majority of the sell-off actually came from retail. And also then you saw a post, I think it came from a Bitcoin magazine or one of the bigger Twitter pages that confirmed that BlackRock bought $40 million worth of Bitcoin ETFs at the dip. So if the situation in the Middle East unfolds and worsens, you'll see a sell-off from the retailers for people who are being emotional. I understand the sentiment. Again, I'm not trying to be this, trying to be stone-hearted, so to speak. I do understand. I do feel for them, definitely. But it's the emotional mindset. When you're a trader, and it sounds really sickening to say, I don't like saying it in this way, but with an example at least. But as a trader, you have to really detach your emotions, because it will affect how you trade it. It could be really, really bad. This stuff is heartless to say. This stuff is awful, of course, but I didn't sell. I saw that. I was like, oh god, that's awful. I hate that. How's the market reacting? Everyone's being emotional and selling. Okay, well, I'm going to buy the dip then, because crypto's not going to die out because of the war going on. And if BlackRock sold, then yes, I'd sell, because I'm choosing to not be emotional. I'm trying to be logical. I'm also following the money. The two most important sayings to kind of almost like command, the 10 commandments, like two crucial commandments to have in crypto, in trading in general. You follow the money. What the whales are doing, the big institutions are doing, you follow what they're doing, because they're the ones that are going to be ultimately leading the market. Right now, retail's been dominating the market, but institutions are getting more and more involved. Again, Bitcoin total supply, 5% of that is now owned by institutions through ETFs. And you don't be emotional, you be logical. You see this news coming down with Israel, you're like, oh gosh, that's really heartache, and I feel for them. I get that. I do. But instead of, reacting accordingly because everyone's selling, you're like, okay, well, what's the big boys doing? Okay, they're selling a little bit. Who's selling more? Retail. Okay, so they're not selling as much. What's BlackRock doing? Because they're the ones that kind of are the big ones, the big dogs, They're not selling at all. Okay, no, I'm not selling. Why would I sell? If they're not going to sell, why would I sell? Because they want Bitcoin to pump. Of course, they want to make their money. They're going to make stupid money. They already have stupid money. That's why I have stupid money, because they don't think. They also have an AI trader. They have something called Aladdin. You can search it up for yourself. It's called Aladdin. It's a supercomputer AI, like 5,000 supercomputer AI put together to be the ultimate trader. They also give this off to their shareholders, their partners, so like Microsoft. I think JP Morgan, Chase as well, and all these other, and Barclays, all their massive partnerships, they have this AI computer that they sell their technology, their AI, to these people, the ultimate trader. That's why BlackRock has never lost. They don't lose. BlackRock never loses because they have the ultimate technology to be the most dominant and, well, it's machine. Aladdin is machine combined with human intelligence. So the point being is, it understands human sentiment of wars coming, it's going to see price drop, but it's not being emotional about it because it's AI. So like, okay, well, price is going to drop because humans are emotional, let's buy the dip. Again, it's hard for you probably to believe what I'm saying, because I'm just kind of saying this and I'm telling you, trust me, bro, but I don't have the information on hand, but the information is not hard to look up. You type in BlackRock, Aladdin, Super AI Learning Computer, and you can probably find the article. You know what? I'll do you a sentiment. I'll try and find it for you right now as I'm speaking about this. BlackRock, AI, Aladdin, Super Computer, Twitter, because Twitter is just where I can find it. This the right one? No, don't want that one. I remember seeing this post from someone in particular. We'd make it easy. I think it's XRP drops. Yes. Wow, my knowledge is. I've got such a big brain, don't I? Don't know why I'm talking to myself, but I'm kind of doing that anyway. So I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, here. So XRP drops here. You can't beat Aladdin, a network of 5,000 supercomputers. The interview's right here. Aladdin is the combination of human expertise and machine intelligence that is the perfect synergy that is reshaping the financial landscape. BlackRock, sell your access. You could buy a subscription from BlackRock to get Aladdin to tell you how you should trade. AI, 5,000 supercomputers telling you how you should trade. And the major clients already include Microsoft, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Vanguard, Wells Fargo, and so on and so forth. This is why BlackRock don't lose. They have the technology at hand. So if BlackRock aren't selling, why are you? That's it. That is it. If BlackRock aren't selling, why are you? If this Israel situation unfolds and gets worse, my heart's got to the people, especially Shai, because obviously me being a Kaspa holder, I know Shai and his family, and Shai, like, they're caught in the middle of this stuff. My heart's got to all of them, especially Shai and his family and his friends. And I do actually feel a certain type of way about people who have been giving him stick for him talking about it. Beforehand, fine, like, I guess fine, but it's not really fun. But now, like, you got to have a level of human decency and just compassion, right? This stuff is awful, and there's someone who's, one of the developers, one of the leading members of the project that you're so invested into, who's trying to vent about it because he's so upset that he has people who he knows and loves who are caught in the situation. Like, so I don't want to see it, but ultimately, again, people being emotional, traders being emotional, if this unfolds and gets worse, you'll see Kaspa, crypto, Bitcoin, you'll see it probably come down, and then it's your decision what you want to do. Do you want to sell with them, panic with them, or do you want to buy the dip? I'm not going to sell. I'm selling Kaspa at a $1 mark, probably. I'll probably sell at maybe $2 mark as well, $3. I'll sell at where I believe the peak's going to be as well, which I'll figure out and have a more accurate mindset of where I believe it's going to be closer to the time of the peak of the bull cycle. And then I'll sell, I don't know, haven't decided yet, but I'll sell a percentage of my total supply at the peak and then buy back again in the bear cycle. But I'm not going to sell any Kaspa below $1. Even at this zone here, 35, I'm not selling here. I'm not going to sell Kaspa at all. And that is a trust me, bro, of course, because I'm just internet guy, and I understand people shield. But I mean, you can choose to trust me or not. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an internet man giving you information. I'm trying to be an educator. But I've tried to do my utmost to be, really honest with everyone. That's kind of my policy, to be honest with people. So I don't plan to sell Kaspa. I've told you when I'm selling Kaspa: $1, $2, $3, and that peaks. And I won't sell Kaspa below $1, and I do truly mean that. I don't see why I would. I can build up more and more cumulative Kaspa below $1. I'm laughing. You can sell your Kaspa wherever you want. Sell at 35, sell at 50. Sell now. Please do. I'll buy your dips. I'm telling you now, I'll buy your dips. I disagree. Because the listings that are already there are not, the biggest. At least they're not tier ones. Right now, right now the volume for Kaspa is limited because it hasn't got any tier 1 listings. If it has, Binance or Coinbase or Kraken. I mean, Kraken's not the biggest tier 1, but still a tier 1 nonetheless. And especially Kraken's big for America, because it's actually in America, the exchange. It's a regulated American exchange. You have got Pionex and Uphold already, but Kraken would be a big one as well. And you've got to keep in mind as well, the ones that are, Binance of course is massive, being the biggest one, but the ones like Kraken and Coinbase in particular, Gemini, they're ones that are actually available in America. And America, for them all intents and purposes, it's still the financial capital of the world, where all the majority of crypto traders are in America. So if any of these exchanges, these big ones list Kaspa, that will help. So you're wrong, Michael. I'm sorry, but you are incorrect in that regard. Because again, all these other exchanges, other projects can move more volatile. They have more volume than Kaspa for the most part because they have tier ones. I think it's the right time to sell my car and use taxi to buy more. Maybe it is. I mean, we could see Kaspa come back down again, depending on the unfolding situation of this. But maybe we'll start seeing it go up again. The adoption is evidently growing more and more. KRI, what they're doing with Kaspa, the meme tokens going bigger and getting the listings now. More and more listings. Nacho had 3 confirmed. Pionex is one of them. I'm pretty sure the 3 ones meant to be Change Finance, the DEX, but I have heard nothing about that. It's meant to be coming out something on Friday. It's Sunday now. I've heard nothing about that, so I don't know what's happening in that regard. But Casplex, Casplex did make a post about be careful who you trust. I think it was about regarding Cas Swap or K Swap. But I did see Casplex actually did hold an AMA with Change Finance themselves on their page. So, they are to be trusted in that regard as well. They have experience with Kaspa, but I don't know what's happening with that anyways right now. But that'll be the 3 listing, I'm sure. We've got 1 more listing coming to that show as well. Can help with the adoption as well. What Marathon are doing, increasing their supply of Kaspa more and more. And, they're talking about Bitcoin mining being revolutionary time and time again in energy sectors. They are talking about Kaspa, or at least they know about Kaspa. Fairfield's not an idiot. He's obviously predominantly a Bitcoin mining institution, Marathon, but they've exposed themselves to Kaspa, and I'm sure they're going to continue doing that as long as they're profitable to them, and I believe it's going to continue being profitable to them as time goes on. Marco Solo, for example, would never use Mexi. Exactly, yeah. Point being, these big dogs, the big whales, will only use the most trusted exchanges. Kaspa has a smaller supply. It's more decentralized than Bitcoin because it's not the big exchanges as well. Damn. Once more again, my man, you make my day. Every time you do this to me, I love you. The time is money, and I appreciate the time spent on all of us. Thank you. You're very welcome, Monkey. You're an absolute legend. Again, for the $20 Canadian donation. Every time you do that, you make my day. And it's been a very good weekend for me. You've made it that much better. So thank you once again. And you're completely right. Time is money. Time is money. So make sure you spend your time to build your knowledge, build your research, to help you devise trading strategies to hopefully get into the market. What I'm telling you in this stream is what I've experienced and learned from my time as a trader. As a crypto trader, from my time as trading, what my experience from it, which is just, it's hard. It's one of the hardest things to do, but to try and detach your emotion and just try and think logically. Kaspa's got a lot coming through it, and the price is still very, very low. But it hasn't stopped developing. If anything, the developments and partnership and adoption is only increasing. The price is just not increasing right now because the real catalyst for adoption, that will help Kaspa really, really grow, is those tier 1 listings. It's the exposure to the retail market. Right now, institutions aren't in Kaspa. There's not enough exposure to the retail market for Kaspa to really, really take off. If Kaspa had some tier 1s now, I'm telling you it'd be at 50 cents. It's not there yet. Time is money. Build your research, understand Kaspa more, understand crypto more and more. And if you want to know more about that, hopefully you can find out more in my free Discord server. Come and join the free Discord server and hopefully you've heard more about that as well. And this is ultimately what it is. Build your knowledge, and what I'm trying to help you all do. Gives you some form of direction to help you, gives you some idea of what I'm talking about, and then tell you to go away and do your own research. This is what BlackRock's doing. I've showed you this now, so you have an idea of how BlackRock makes their money, why they're so good at trading, why they never lose. So now, spend your time, do your own research, and go away and look for yourself, and then decide what you want to do for yourself. But thank you once again, Mike. You're an absolute legend. Again, once more, making my day. Yes, you're absolutely right. When you want to buy Kaspa for $10,000 and the Mexi is totally okay. But when you want to, when you want to buy Kaspa from a very big exchange, then if you want to spend a lot of money, these whales, look, the whales and Kaspa as it is already is quite considerable. But this would be much, much higher if you had Coinbase, especially Coinbase. Like, look at the listings, right? Coinbase is number 2. Yeah, the trading volume is much lower than majority of other major exchanges, or more so the weekly visits. The weekly visit is probably one of the worst I can't filter that, unfortunately, but look, that's 37,000. What other exchange has that little? None. Coinbase in particular, that's an exchange used by whales and institutions. If Coinbase lists Kaspa, that will be one of the biggest ones. I mean, obviously Binance as well. Binance is massive with 11.5 million weekly visitors right now. But Coinbase is a big whale platform that would put Kaspa on the map. I mean, it's already on the map, but it put it like it'd put a flag on the map, obvious to find. Howdy, Mikey. Howdy, all. Kaspa mining is difficult. Even tweaking my 2 miners to peak hash rate profits are low with such a crazy high cash rate. Being north in Canada, they at least help heat my small home. Well, that's good to hear, yeah. Hopefully they don't overheat. Don't you wasting your money and then blow up a Kaspa miner. That would be heartbreaking. But yeah, we're seeing the hash rate growing more and more. Marathon, of course, are increasing their Kaspa mining operation as well, bit by bit every day. They've done it a handful of times since July, since they announced it, and they've been mining Kaspa since September. We're going to see it growing more and more. The hash rate is, of course, right now, as I mentioned, mining is not profitable really with Kaspa. Long term, it will be. Right now, it's not really. And even then, the price is not rising, so it's not going to happen. But when the price rises, I mean, again, miners are going to be happy. Kaspa holders are going to be happy. You're going to be laughing. Not to mention as well, when the KRC20 takes off more and more, that's also going to give miners alternative means to mine, the tokens, KRC20 tokens, and make money through that as well. The amount of people, again, if you were watching my stream, one of the live stream when KRC20 went live, which was 3 weeks ago now, so let's go and find this 3 weeks ago. One of the biggest streams I ever had. No, I wasn't there. It was, I think it was 2k views. That one there. 2.4k views. Good, Bad, Ugly, KRC20 official relaunch. We spoke about that. The miners were making stupid money from KRC20. Like, so much money. The blocks people mined was insane. So when this grows in adoption, when that initial launch was so volatile, that's the sort of ability that Kaspa could potentially have in the future once the adoption really takes off and the KRI get more involved and smart contracts come out as well. That's the sort of future I envision for Kaspa. So, right now mining may not be the most profitable, but trust me, in the long, it's not a bad investment. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw again a graph from it like 24 months down the line, mining will make you more money than just buying a Kaspa. So mining is something to look forward to if you want to get into mining. I don't have mining. I don't know if I'm going to get into it right now, but I do see the sentiment behind it, and I think it's good. And again, for a proof of work project, it's very important. Kaspa had outperformed everything in 22 and 23, but it's lost power in its 2024. Do you think it'll get power back to 2025? Outperform everything again? A good question. Yeah, Kaspa, of course, since its beginning cycle, it outperformed everything in one of the worst bear cycles in history. It launched at the peak of the bull cycle. And it outperformed everything last 2 years. Again, people are funding Kaspa. The last 2 years in one of the worst bear cycles, it outperformed everything. That's nuts. Everything. Last year, it's done very little. But you can't expect Kaspa to always be on top. That'd be unrealistic. Bitcoin has always been on top because it was the first launcher, but Kaspa can't always be on top. Kaspa's trying to play catch up, which is always a hard thing to do. I think we'll see Kaspa make some considerable gains in the cycle. And once the other developments start coming out, smart contracts, Dagnite, the tier ones, the KRI, all that sort of stuff, then we'll start seeing Kaspa become the powerhouse again. Will it become a powerhouse in the cycle? Potentially. I think we still could see a $5 Kaspa, $5 Kaspa potentially in the cycle, which would make it, a considerable gain, but I wouldn't make it probably the most dominant coin. Again, I mean, Kaspa I still has the potential, I think, to become a top 10 this cycle. Have potential to do that, and that would be, arguably getting its power back. But I think Kaspa will become one of the most dominant with these smart contracts coming into play. Costing money to run Kaspa miners now. Most small units are no longer possible right now. Yeah, I know. Mining has been horror for. It's not. I mean, you got to think. It's not possible for Kaspa. It's not possible for Bitcoin. It's worse for Bitcoin right now. That's why Marathon have now started mining Kaspa, because actually it's more profitable to mine Kaspa than Bitcoin right now. When the price rises, which I know we're patiently waiting for time and time again, when it's going to rise, we don't know. But when it rises, miners going to be happy, and we're going to be happy as well. What's your prediction for Kaspa this bull run? Fully bullish, like best case scenario, everything comes out and comes early, $10. On average, like where I predict, it's probably $4 or $5, and then bearish should be $2. Bearish should be, like, let's say we don't get, some tier ones, we don't get, much development adoption, whatever, and Bitcoin does not reach. Bitcoin only peaks at like 150k. probably $2 Caspa then. But I think we'll see a lot higher price targets following that, truth be told, because again, it's according to the power law as well. The power law, I think, we'll see it go higher as well. Have you seen the drama on KLC20? Go to Dev talking bad about Kaspi, and Nacho official Discord banning people talking about Kaspi getting centralized exchange. No, I've not heard about that. Really? Actually, I know Needheart that you are in my Discord server, so please, by all means, show me that information, because I want to see that. Because drama, as much as drama, it's not good. You don't want to see that in Kaspa. Of course, you don't want to hear drama, but at the same time, that's important to know, because that is still news and information that could help potentially influence the price of Kaspa. So let me, please, by all means, show us all in my server, like the Go Dev getting aggy at Kaspi, and Nacho official Discord banning people talking about Kaspi again. What's this? Why is everyone hating on Kaspi right now? I wonder. From what I've heard, Kaspi is a good project. I mean, I guess if you're in another Discord, if you're in a natural Discord server and talking about Kaspi, that's not going to be good. You don't want people talk about your competitor, if you will. I guess. I mean, it's a whole group community, but you don't want people to talk about your competitors. I get that much, I guess, but still, that's not good to hear. What percentage of miners switch to a Rust protocol? You can see right here. Right now, the new Rust protocol right now, it is 86. The newest protocol is quite at 86.40% of miners right now, and this will inevitably be 100 when the Rust hard fork happens in Q1 2025. Because right now, it's a soft fork, meaning that you can still stay mining on Go if you wanted to, so it's backwards compatible. But when the hard fork happens, it won't be backwards compatible anymore, so you have to be on Rust. Is it possible tier 1 exchanges are waiting for 100% Rust to list? Potentially, yes. I think it's actually possible, because tier 1s, keep in mind, the Rust, keep in mind, is a hard fork, and with a hard fork, there's always liabilities to bad actors taking advantage, to the errors in the coding, which could cause issues as well. Point being, hard forks can be times of caution, especially for exchanges. Because if an exchange, all these exchanges that have Kaspa right now, they're going to have to manually implement the code and stuff, the protocols to switch to this hard fork Rust migration thing. All of them are going to have to do that. But if you don't do that and list Kaspa after that, when you list Kaspa, you have it already just done. So it's not a problem to go through the stress of that, at least not as much so. And also, you'll therefore know once you after that as well. You'll know, like, okay, so there are no problems with it. I haven't got to worry about me as an exchange messing up the. Because you're like, oh, am I going to mess it up? I don't know. But me as an exchange, I'm messing up, and then I'm not going to be able to list Kaspa, and then you're going to cause problems with my platform. So you just list it afterwards when there's like no stress on you. So potentially, I think we'll see Kraken before that. I think we'll see Binance potentially before that. If not, definitely afterwards. And as Bufflink says, yes, if you do these streams, be doing these again daily, 68 something odd days now. Be going strong. Going to be reaching 100 very soon to an extent. 30, still got a month or so left, but hit 100 is going to be a major milestone. Hopefully, going to be a big day for Kaspa. Kaspa might be at 50 cents by then, maybe $1. 30 days away might sound like too soon, but this market can change very quickly. A month away from now, there's going to be elections. We can see Kaspa make some serious pushes by then. So yeah, if you enjoy these videos, we're doing these daily. Leave a like, stick around, share with your friends, get them involved, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to know about crypto, Kaspa, of course, and market sentiment. Again, join my free Discord server. Links in the chat, as always, in the description, and also on my YouTube homepage. And we're going to be hopefully all becoming millionaires very, very soon. Kaspi and Pepe are my golden eggs for meme tokens. All games are going to Kaspa. Yeah, I think that's smart. I mean, meme tokens, of course, I think they're going to do quite well. My sentiment on meme tokens has shifted a little bit from me completely hating them to being like, I just dislike them now because it's just stupid. And you can make. I've seen on my crypto Twitter, people make literally like millions, having like literally putting $100 in and getting back like hundreds of thousands of dollars on one meme token that just blew up. And I'm like, that's just stupid. But it's just it's the part of the game at the end of the day. That's the benefit of meme tokens. Either you throw a ball in the roulette, it goes on green, or you go bust. It's as simple as that. But I think the meme tokens, again, for the most part, what you should aim to do is make the profit from them if you can. Again, be very careful with meme tokens. I haven't invested into them properly. I'm looking into them to potentially get into them, and if I do get into them, I might mention them, but I won't mention, oh yeah, I've just bought this, buy it, because that would be me shilling it, and that's not the right thing to do. I might say, oh yeah, I've been looking at Solana meme tokens. I've heard this one. This is one that I have been holding for a little bit. But even then I probably wouldn't do that because I don't want to be. I don't want to end up talking about it. People then start, oh, it's gonna be a good project, buy it, and then I'm like, okay, I want to take out here, and then I'm using it as liquidity. That is just wrong. People do that in the space. People will talk about it being KOLs, key opinion leaders in the space, to talk about these meme tokens, other stuff, and it's going to pump to the moon, and then they just sell on your heads. And that's messed up. And I don't want to do that to you guys. That's why, I call about Kaspa because it's decentralized, so the chance of that happening is very, very small, if impossible. And I'm telling you where I'm going to sell as well, because this is I'm spot trading. I'm not leveraging or anything like that. It's spot trading. Meme tokens, that's just gambling. So I'll be talking about it a little bit, talk about some projects, but I'm not going to be talking about them very much because I don't want people to then think, oh yeah, I'm just buying these tokens, I'm going to shit on your head. Like that's not right. But you can make money through them. So if you want to look into meme tokens to make some quick gains, potentially you should do your research and you're very, very careful. Then have a go at it. Flip your cash and put it into Kaspa. Can you that our leverage plays on Kaspa is the best way to modulate? Yeah, precisely what I was just saying. Oh yeah, I've just shown my prediction for Kaspa. Bearish 2, average 4.5, bullish 10. Do you / can you track CAS whale movement by dollar amount? Example, what was the most CAS moved from one wallet to another in the last 30 days? I'm pretty sure you can. But I don't think I have the capabilities for that right now on stream. As I also am passing the hour mark, I'll be wrapping up very, very soon. I started late, so I thought I'd go a little bit over for you guys as well, because, I made a mistake, so I'm going to make up for it where I can. But I don't think I can show you that on stream right now, Bufflink. But I think you're also part of my server again. So again, you could please, by all means, ask a question in the server. I'm very, very confident that Mr. Miles, shout out to my Ledger Legions, Leroy, Cody, Mr. Miles, and Casper God. One of those four, I'm sure, will be able to show you that. If not, Muscle Mike is very, very informed as well. So Muscle Mike might be able to give you some information on that as well. So you'll be able to find out very, very soon. Because again, the community, when I don't know, those guys have my backs. And they're people who are just like me, who just love Casper. They don't owe me anything. They just love Casper and they want to talk about and help me out to try and spread the word of Casper and crypto and try to help all of us become informed, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and it's paid to be knowledgeable. You have definitely made you're looking comfy, my man, Justin Crypto. You're looking comfy. You're looking very comfy of all that Casper in the meme tokens. I think you're going to do very, very well, my man. Very well. Thoughts on Casper, will it go higher? I think all the big meme tokens, Nacho, Caspi, Casper, potentially Pepe, that one's been gaining a bit of traction recently. Gold. I'm not so sure about Swamps anymore, but at least those 5, maybe not. I think the ones that launched early and got the community in very early, so Pepe seems to have one that's going right now, but Nacho particularly, Caspi particularly, Casper Go particularly, Gold, those ones in particular, maybe Conan as well. I think those are the ones that are all going to go higher. Once they get the adoption, once they get the listings, once Casper also takes off more and more, these will all go higher. But again, that's not financial advice. That's my speculation, because meme tokens, particularly, they're community driven. And the community for these, if you go into the community and the community seem very, very strong, they're going to probably do well. So I am fully disclosing right now, when Nacho gets onto it's currently coming onto PioNext. Again, I have problems with PioNext due to maybe in the UK, so due to VPN, but I will probably be trying to scoop up some Nacho very, very soon. And probably Caspi as well, and Casper, but definitely Nacho. Because I think that's one that should hopefully make some gains, and then, get in early, making a bag, putting it into Casper. What better way to do it? Yeah, Casper's the biggest one, S tier, no doubt. I think Binance is S tier, and so is Coinbase. Coinbase is S tier for whales. Coinbase is S tier to put Casper on the map for, whales. Of course, that makes, it could be, seeing more whales is not going to be the best thing for the centralized nature, I guess, but it will cause Casper to jump. You'll see probably, if Coinbase lists Casper, you'll see stupid. Coinbase will do that. Borderline just straight up. Not even like that. Straight up. Coinbase will do stupid stuff. Because of just what it is. In fact, it's got, so little visits, but it's just it's the second biggest exchange. Biggest one in America. These two are S tier. Kraken is probably A tier, but it's still a tier 1. Bybit, I think, is A tier, although technically it's not a tier 1. Gemini and them are the ones also big exchanges that are tier 1s, but they're not S tier, they're A tier. I'm so happy I finally hit my Casper goal today. Still going to DCA until I get $1. Smart man. That's exactly what I'm doing as well. I hit my Casper goal a while back. I've been investing since 5 cents. And I'm going to be DCAing every dip I think there's a chance to get into. Yeah, Needhart says check the Discord out. My out on Discord is at johnny.dg. Full disclosure, the Discord is growing a little bit more and more, so people have been trying to take advantage of people by impersonating me and scamming me. So as my name is on Discord, I will never ever DM you or add you as a friend first. You're more than welcome to send me a friend request. Send me a message. I'll happily talk to you one-on-one if you really want to talk about something. Or just speak to me in the server as well. I will. If you at me, I will reply. I'm being busy, so it's hard for me to reply in group conversations right now. But if you at me, I will reply as soon as I can. But I will never add you first or DM you first. If you get an invite from someone who says they're me, it's not me. Because I'm not going to add you first. My out Discord is just johnny.dg. So yeah, that's just to keep them know. Share the links in Discord. Thank you very much, Needhart, my man. I will look through them when I can. Definitely look through them. Can you please explain Casper solo volume today? It's just lack of adoption. There's just not enough sentiment behind Casper right now. Crypto, for the most part, the adoption's kind of low. It's nothing too much really. It is low. I agree it's low, but you can't expect it to always be very, very high. But if there were more, tier ones, you see it higher. But I understand the sentiment. It's quite underwhelming, to say the least. But I wouldn't say the core of concern, truth be told, because this low volume yet Casper's still holding. It's like 14 to 15 cents region right now, consolidating in this region. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world just yet. I'm sure as the adoption goes more and more, as the speeding up, accelerating more and more, as the Cas20 get more and more in adoption as well, as Marathon get more involved, as regulations get rolled out, as the elections get closer, and therefore retailers start getting heavy into crypto ahead of the elections, we'll start seeing the volume go parabolic and Casper might start making this move up here. That's my speculation at least. OKX is a tier 1 as well, and Upbit is really big as well. It's one of the people who use it in South Korea. I know OKX is a big exchange. Again, the sentiment behind tier 1 is kind of a grey area. I know some people have their tier list of what actually considered tier 1s or not. But OKX is the big exchange. Of course, it's a very big exchange, so I would not say no to OKX. And they also know of Casper as well, because for those who don't know, OKX, they are a venture arm, so they are in partnership with the KEF, the Casper Ecosystem Foundation, the team that made KRC20, Casperlex. So they are part of the team. So, they will list Casper as well. When? Again, who knows? And Upbit's also a big one. We'll get these exchanges soon, I know. We'll shoot soon, definitely. You might want to look at Aerodrome, it's backed by Coinbase. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone told me about this the other day, and I think that actually might also be one that is on my my list to look into in due time. Yeah, obviously on Coinbase. Yeah, it's launched earlier this year from the looks of things. It's 769 million market cap, same volume of Casper right now. But of course, it has got some big exchanges. KuCoin, if you don't, KuCoin, of course. Crypto.com we don't have. Coinbase we don't have. So yeah, big exchanges. So it could do very, very well in the cycle. I don't know much about it, so it's one again that I have got on my wish list here. So it's one that I will end up looking into as the market develops more and more, and I get more time on my hands. Hopefully, I'm going to have some more time this week to start actually diversifying, because of course I make live streams on on Casper all the time, and I'm happy to do that. I will always talk about Casper. Every stream will always have Casper involved, but as we're starting to get more and more involved into crypto, and I'm trying to also transition a little bit into being what my server's meant to be about, which is meant to be crypto server, I'm going to start expanding my horizon a little bit as well, talking about other projects as well, so I can actually give you better opinions and stuff as well. So hopefully I'll have more information regarding projects like Aerodrome, like Velo, should I decide to look into that a little bit more. Other opinions regarding projects like Dynex, people talk about Math, people talk about Octaspace was one, Zero Labs, AAVE, deepfake AI, all this sort of stuff that I do plan to look into a little bit, and I hopefully will be able to give you an opinion on whether I believe they're good. Well, if they're not good, I probably won't mention them. If they're good, I'll talk about it and say this is a project that I've been looking into. It looks alright. This is what I think about it. Very, obviously the more I look into it, the better opinion I can give on it right now. But right now, we'll see where it goes, innit? It'll take some time, but that's the whole point. It's a process. We're trying to build our knowledge to understand all together. Make sure that username is actually him. Yeah, of course. Make sure that my name is actually him, because people put like Johnny.d.g. People have, you know, their unique ways of getting around it. Obviously, they could copy what my profile looks like. So just make sure that, again, just remember, I will not add you first. That's all you need to remember. Be careful who it is. Make sure it actually is my @ but just also know that if you're getting a friend request from someone who's impersonating me, it won't be me, because I'm not going to send you a friend request. You can send me one, and you send me one, and then you get one from some random person. You know it's not them. You got me already. But I had one earlier from Andy A. Shout out to him. He showed me it on my showed it me earlier today, and he's like, yeah, I just got another person trying to be fake to me, and he literally put J. He put my name J bracket. I won't add you on disc first. And I was like, are you dumb? Why are you're trying to speak to me, but you've literally got in the name, I won't add you first on Discord. Like, how does that make sense? But I mean, they'll do what they want. Yeah? They'll try what they can. I love your opinion on Quay as well. Okay, well, again, I will give you a very brief opinion because I haven't known much about it, but if it looks decent from what I see here, I will look into it more in due time. I'm guessing it's Quay down. Is a polychain backed new layer 1? It's not out yet, but you could check it out. It should be the first. Okay, so it's not on thing. Okay, well, I will then look into it. Quay, I'll look into it in my hopefully some free time I get this week, and give you an opinion again as soon as I look into it and I get some more information. I'll give you some insight on it, what I do know about it. But again, Pygoz, if you want to also help inform us all, you know, it says at L1. We will make a category in the Discord server. Again, shameless plug, I know, but you know you've got to do it. Discord server will make a category for it where you can talk about L1 projects that you think have potential, and you put it in there, and then we have places to look into it and research and just get more into it as we all have free time to do so. So yeah, by all means, put it in there as well. Just put like a video on it or something about it so we can have somewhere to start. Give us a foundation and basis to start off with. First ever message on Kaspa Genesis block. Whatever seems good to you and your brothers to do with the rest of the silver and gold, you may do according to the will of your God. Ezra 7:18. Very powerful indeed. Kaspa is going to be revolutionary, there's no doubt about it. And we are still, for all intents and purposes, we are still very, very early. 14.8 cents. Kaspa's one that should be hitting, you know, $20 by the $20, $30, $100 in the future to be. This cycle for maybe 5, but I'm holding Kaspa 10 plus years, so I don't care where the price really hits imminent short term next year. I just care about where Kaspa's going to be in 20 years. Just the fact of using it as a store of value, but also as a way to just flip profit quick. Well, playing the long game, but flip profit can make my millions, you know. Pie my Kaspa Lambo and my Kaspa helicopter. But with that being said, thank you once more, all of you, for joining the stream. As once again, yeah. Hopefully you'll have a very, very good weekend, and I'll be catching you all again. Same Kaspa channel, same Kaspa time tomorrow. And if you want to know about crypto market systems, join the free Discord server. And by all means, please leave a like, share with your friends.